for a while. Good evening. I'm Deborah Weller, storyteller. I first knew I was a storyteller because I got sent to my room as a child often. My mama would say, "Get in your room." And it was there that I could create stories with my dolls, my stuffed animals. I would draw pictures of people and animals and create stories. That's where it started, of becoming a storyteller. As a young adult, I taught school, and I have been teaching school for the past 35 years. And in that time, I have trained teachers and taught workshops, both internationally and locally where I was teaching in California. I ran a storytelling club for 30 years at the school Bathgate Elementary in Mission Viejo, California. And once a week, children would come to my classroom and they would learn how to tell stories and how to perform the stories out in the community and for their friends and family. I also do summer programs at libraries. With COVID, things changed, and now my work has become more on the screen. And there I continue to teach in India, in Canada, Scotland. I teach people to become better public speakers through storytelling. Why would we want to do that for a child? According to Forbes magazine, 90% of the success in the business world is based upon oral communication skills. When a child is introduced to learning how to tell a story in front of an audience, I teach them in fun ways with improvisational games. We learn how to create a short story by looking at objects or using a story stick where we all get a chance to find our storyteller's voice. Brain research shows that when we are engaged with a story, it is very similar to listening to classical music. PET scans show the brain lighting up. When a child is only engaged on a screen, only the back of their brain lights up. So with books, with story, with music, the entire brain will be enriched and engaged. Children who learn storytelling become better at comprehension skills also, because when they learn a format of a simple fable, which is what I always start with for children, because I want something short and sweet, about 3 paragraphs in length, so that the children will become confident using the skills and tools of engaging an audience. They'll learn how to use eye contact, even on a screen. How do we engage an audience? They will learn how to use a bold storyteller's voice, to speak with expression and use gestures, to also present themselves by playing with the characters in the story. Maybe that story of the lion and the mouse, maybe the mouse is going to be the bold one and say, "Hey, lion, what's your problem?" And maybe the lion will become the shy one. "Oh, I'm so sad. I'm caught in this net. Can you help me, Mr. Mouse?" So they'll learn how to use voices and also how they can speak from beginning, middle, and end in a story without getting lost, but without necessarily using memorization. They will come to know the story so well because they will learn how to storyboard their story. They will learn how to draw pictures in sequence of the story, very simple pictures. We're not doing an art lesson, but they will learn how to map out their story and then be able to retell their story. The goal for the class is that they will have introduction with the other students, that they will learn how to use improvisational skills to feel more comfortable telling a simple story. And at the end of the class, they will be able to have a little performance with all of the parents and the children who are in the class on a Zoom event. Now, I have learned through my life of 40 years of performing, storytelling has opened all doors and windows for me because it has perfected my public speaking skills. I can get up in front of groups and either give a speech, because I train teachers all over the world too. And I trained adults, docents. I performed as a storyteller in residence at the Getty Museum in Los Angeles for a season of story. I have a master's degree in education, and I also have a lifetime of learning of how effective one can be when they step onto the stage. Capture an audience. This is a lifetime skill. If our children can learn it when they are young, they'll be able to give excellent presentations in their classrooms. They will have confidence, because how many people suffer from glossophobia, the fear of public speaking? Sometimes we can get away with it on a screen because we're in a small environment. But when we have to go in front of our class, even teachers I know love to teach children, but when they have to speak to parents, they get all worried. We want to help our children to find confidence, to get up, read a poem, tell a story, sing a song, or even perform in a play. Or as they get older, participate in debate clubs, be able to go into a classroom and give a report where everybody will be blown away by their expertise, or whether they're speaking in church or in some other event. So my point of view is, by taking this class, Storytelling, the Key to Public Speaking, your child will gain confidence, comprehension skills, and all of my teachers have told me that the children who have been in a storytelling club, they are better writers because they get exposed to literacy and they get exposed to how to make a story and how to create an interesting story, both in writing format and in speaking format. Some of my shyest students who only wanted to look down, when they get on the stage and they tell their story, hear the applause of the audience or the laughter, they became addicted to storytelling and wanted to be on that stage more often. So that is my presentation tonight. I invite you to check out my course, Storytelling, the Key to Public Speaking, to empower your child to become a better speaker. And parents, if you feel you need to be better at speaking, I'm sure we could arrange a course for the adults as well, so that you can become more confident in your ability to preside over a board meeting, to give a presentation at work, whether it's virtually or whether it's in person. Because we all need to know that public speaking leads to more successful career. And by starting our children out with this, they will feel that they can do an excellent job whenever they're requested to speak.